How many of you last year saw the Hollywood movie titled Everest? I was on the slopes of Everest while those events were going down. And what I want to do today is tell you what actually happened. It is so unlikely you will face a storm. It's 100% guaranteed that you will face these people, who are your own team. And yes, of course, they're your most important asset. But they are also your greatest source of frustration. I mean, this is the moment when we're all going to really get to know each other. We're going to start bonding as a team. This is the moment when we're going to start discovering just how much we dislike each other. We turned them down, watched our strongest climbers go home, and those of us who now arrived at the base camp were beginning to realize that this challenge is not just about racing up snow slopes. And our first big problem is pulling the team back together, because we climb Mount Everest like a yo-yo. We'll have climbed it 3 times just to get those camps in place. When the wind howls, the snow falls, and we end up sitting in our Camp 2 tents for the next 7 days. And frankly, a week in a really small tent with these 2 gentlemen. It's not much fun. And this is when teams begin to crack. It's about cups of coffee, smelly socks, who snores the loudest. He doesn't put on his crampons. And he slips. He goes sliding all the way back down the Lhotse face. No one is good enough to start skipping the safety procedures. Complacent mistakes, one of our biggest sources of disaster on the mountain. But these other 3 teams are a whole lot better than we are. And they're going climbing. Do we trust their judgment and follow them? Or about 21 climbers trying to find their way back to the top camp? All around us, teams are giving up. They say the weather's unstable, the season's unlucky. Cut your losses. And the most powerful thing our team leader ever did was make sure that the Sherpas were fully integrated team members. Not surprisingly, we have a group of very ambitious Sherpas. And they are telling us, this is not when you give up. What are you thinking? Now we go climbing. The President of South Africa phones up to say, I'm proud of you. I am proud of you for trying again. I believe you can do this. It's just that there's a 2,000-meter drop, which kind of does something to your stomach. This is one of the final obstacles of Everest, but it's not the ridge. It's what is happening inside your own head. And for a few minutes, we are the highest people on earth, which is an amazing moment. I mean, the first thing they do is they put my mother on the phone. And it's, darling, darling, where are you? It's about what is happening within the group of people you've chosen to go with. The teams who failed, very few of them were actually stopped by the mountain. Even the ones caught in the storm, they'd made complacent mistakes that made them vulnerable when things went wrong. And then the teams who succeed, it's about a set of intangible tools. It's about a real clarity of purpose for your team with everyone.